Hey guys, I just finished watching Rock Am Ring with Slipknot performing live, and I'm going to give you a quick synopsis of what I was paying attention to and what I liked. And I just wanted to show off this extremely rare 1993 Jason vinyl mask, latex, mask. God, I love that. So what did we get out of that? Well, tangled my hair in the headbanging. The first half of the program, I wanted to watch Tortilla Head, or I'll call him Burn Victim. I wanted to watch Burn Victim on percussion and whatnot, because that's the big thing that I'm excited about and analyzing and all that. And I couldn't help, like, that's what I was there for. Therefore, intro comes on. Oh my God, I know exactly what's gonna happen. Boom, they start rolling, and immediately the complete opposite happens, and I'm just like hit right in the feels. Like, how is Clown gonna do this? And is he even gonna be okay? And suddenly, there comes the feels again. Like, all I could think about was, like, how is this guy gonna make it through this without going nuts? Because he's got no need to go on this tour. They Anyway, so, and it was nice. At the end, you could tell Clown was into it and everything. I do think that Clown was pretty much phoning a lot of the stuff in and kind of just hanging out and headbanging until he needed to yell. I do think that Burn Victim took the brunt of the percussion for himself. Also, I'm going by the live angles that I was given. So if Clown's doing all of his parts as normal, then they just, they taped him at the spots where he was, pausing to make a face or something like that, and they showed more of Burn Victim smashing drums, and that's cool. Whatever. We also got to see, side note, that there were these moving sidewalks set up. There were two, at least, moving sidewalks set up. One in front of Craig, one in front of Sid. Um, and it was, yeah, anyway, there were at least two. Maybe there were four or five, to be honest. But Sid's dance work and lack of dancing and just letting the thing move across, that was very fun. I appreciated that a ton. Not being a fan of V-Man's look, I finally, seeing him play the whole thing together with his tattoos and the way too intricate mask, I finally got it, and I was vibing on that. Mixed feelings, as everybody probably had with Corey's mask, but midway through the performance, I was just 100% sold. I thought it looked totally cool. Um, uh, Going back, Jay looks great. Jay's got one of my favorite masks, just of all time. And gosh, the Craig's mohawk of spikes is growing on me hard. I really like that look. Um, Sid's death mask thing, I was sure I was gonna hate that as soon as I saw it the first time. I was sure I was going to hate it, and after watching him in this character, the way he was behaving on stage this time, you knew he was just playing with the mask like crazy, and it was adding to this new character of him, which is probably going to be a little bit less suicidal and trying to spare his ankles and knees so he can do this job longer. Um, um, but he looked really cool. He was probably the surprise cool look, even more so than Corey. Um, so that's neat. But let's get to the elephant in the room, and let's go back to Tortilla Head, the Burn Victim. I fucking love the torn parts of the mask. I love the fit. I love the small eyes. It's reminiscent of first album Corey's original 2 masks, which honestly looked like a mixture of, is it a person's skin, or is it a paper bag, or a burlap sack, or you know, what is this thing on his skin that's so creepy and dead and dry, and you know, the evolutions have been very, very cool. But I've always liked that very first one, especially with the very first one with the squared nose. And I understand that those things rot real fast, and so, you know, obviously he had to move on to the next one, which also looked really cool. And then I think he kind of figured out a little more of what he wanted to do and represent with that mask on volume, or not volume 2, but rather Iowa, second major label. So, Tortilla Head, I like it. I like it. And speaking of dance moves, that was really, really cool. MVP of the night, performance-wise, goes to the Burn Victim. For someone who has been in the band for such a short period of time, you can tell he's got like a very hip-hop oriented background. With the way he moves, the way he staccato articulates his backup vocals, and yeah, just his dance moves and his vibe. And you could tell there was a little bit of like, it looked kind of like maybe he was over trying, you know, like he knew that there's a big feat to be stepped in, and so he tried to like really be showman, which was awesome. I don't think he went too far. I think it was just perfect. Laying across the drums, splayed across. He's a lanky dude, and laid across the drums as such was a really cool visual. That's the mask that I totally approve of. I mean, it really looks like an old Corey mask without the dreads and with a zipper from far away. I love the rips. I want to see where this goes from here. And my opinion on the member remains. So go check out the other videos if you don't know what I think about that by now. I don't want to start too much argument in this about who's who. If the comment section can possibly go crazy about what you liked and disliked about this exact performance, and especially like what you liked in the performances, the characters, the masks, the looks, Corey with his jacket, taking off the jacket, etc., etc. How did you feel about all that? The suits the jumpsuits are very individualized now. Analyze that. Tell me what you think. Tell me about Jim's guitars, because it took him a while to get to playing one of the guitars I thought looked cool in the set, to be honest. Like, I don't like the vintage guitar. I like that he's got the telly headstock. I like the body. I like his guitar, but I don't like these wussy classic colors in Slipknot. This is Slipknot, okay? I would rather see Jim Root sell out and play a Warlock. But that's me personally. Oh, Jim Root. I didn't say his mask. This is my favorite Jim Root mask ever. He switched all of the. He had like it was like a 6'9" / yin yang / what are you crazy people? I don't know. Read your own horoscopes. Anyway, so I like that he put it on the one eye. He left the one that goes down to the mouth. He left the one that goes up. And I like this is a really good cut the way he had it this time. The beard sticking out looked freaking great. Same with Mick's beard underneath his just same old Mick mask as any other Mick mask, really. Ever since he switched from a straight Jason copy to his own, it was what it was. And never really changed too dynamically. Like, if you look at a Volume 3 mask and you look at the current mask, there's not much change, which is fine. Mick's got a solid look down. It goes with his personality, goes with what he wants to do on stage, what he likes off stage. That's great. So, fun show. Glad I watched it all live. I hope you all did too. And let's talk about it. Whose mask do you like? Whose mask don't you like? Whose looks do you like? Whose looks don't you like? Whose moves do you like? Whose moves were you bored with? Is Clown gonna be okay? How long can he do this? It seems like he's the kind of guy who really could beat the shit out of drums and take it out on those and make it through a tour, but at the same time, that's asking a lot out of this man. So, Slipknot, 2019. We got this practically, you know, third new lineup going on, and album upcoming. Let's talk masks. Do it. Hit subscribe if you want to keep talking about this kind of stuff. I will be doing this as needed. Otherwise, I do drum videos. I love drums. Multi-instrumentalist, but I specifically love the drum kit and percussion, and therefore, obviously, Slipknot is one of my favorite bands in that way. So, if you enjoyed this, smash subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll hit you up the next time that I get a good look at Burn Victim, because this guy has me totally intrigued, and I just loved everything about his performance. You can say that he looked out of place or like he was inexperienced or something. I think it's part of his look. I think it's part of his stance, his style, his move, his walk, his groove. I think he's funky. I think he's funky. And I like that. I like the grooviness and the funkiness that he adds to his stage performance, not the way he hits the drums. So, awesome. Thanks very much, guys. I'll see you next time.